Hi, this is Paul. I just wanted to post a quick video on the electrical issues with Honda Odysseys. I have a pair of 2007 Odysseys, and all of a sudden one day the light blue one developed multiple electrical issues. And what I'm talking about is you come out to it after driving to work just fine one day, the power door locks don't work, the turn signals stop working, the intermittent wipers quit working, the sliding doors no longer work. I will say, however, on the wipers, they do work in low and high speed mode. It's just the intermittent function quits working. I found an obscure post online that I'm going to put in the listing below of someone who knew what they were talking about. And ultimately, it comes down to Honda Odyssey from the MCIU or MICU unit, which is basically the fuse block with a control down by your feet in the driver's compartment, talks to 11 different modules on the vehicle that it communicates with various things like the intermittent wipers, like your power lock systems, like the left and right power sliding door controls. Anyway, it uses a single, what they call a beacon bus wire, to talk to all these modules, and it reports back to the main unit to tell if it's happy and working and functioning, or it'll give body codes if there's a fault. However, in this particular instance, I wasn't able to drive the car because, of course, my directionals weren't working. It would start and run fine, but you could get stopped, right? So I found this post online, and the guy drew attention to taking a look at all the electrical terminations that connect the modules to the car for signs of corrosion. And sure enough, the one he pointed out also happened to be my issue, was down by the left door control module. There's a white connector. He calls it the 701 connector, and he posts online the technical reference manual from Honda, which shows that this communication wire is on that connector. And living in northern Ohio, of course, they use salt on the roads. You deal with typical corrosion issues, and what happens in this case is the forward-facing side of this connector is subjected to salt spray. Had a little corrosion, and it ultimately caused that communication system to stop working on that single wire. And interestingly enough, too, it was not inside the connector, but it was on the back side of the connector. Once I cleaned that green copper sulfide away from that, it immediately came back to life and started working. To protect it from the future, I put some duct tape on the forward side of that connector just to try to protect it from salt spray. It's just a shame that these car systems now are dependent on communication with these modules to function properly. Hope you find it helpful. Take a look at this guy's post, because it was incredibly helpful, and it resolved in minutes the problem I had. And I basically cleaned the connector physically by picking away at the green copper sulfide, and then I used some AutoZone brake cleaner. However, I blew it down right away with compressed air, because you never know if this stuff will dissolve the plastic connector. So, word to the wise. Hope that helps you fix your issue.